What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Hertha Berlin Safe here on Football Manager 2019. In today's video we've got to review what we've done so far in the January transfer window. Obviously the transfer window is not quite finished, but the winter break has come to an end and we have already played one game of post-winter break against Nuremberg. But we've already done a game against Nuremberg earlier in the season, so I thought we might as well do the Hannover game. So we got to play that game today. We've got to review our own transfers, how we got on since the last episode as well in terms of our form. We'll start there, I think. So the last episode was against Leipzig, and we did lose that 3-0, which was the biggest shock of the season in terms of, we just got to look at the rest of our form. It's been formidable. So to lose 3-0 was a big shock, but Leipzig are our main rivals for the Bundesliga title this season. We did respond from that 3-0 defeat with a 2-1 victory over Dusseldorf, with Davy Selke getting a goal. I remember in that Leipzig game he missed a handful of chances, but he did bounce back and he's been unreal, absolutely out of this world since that poor game against Leipzig, which was, I think, was his second game back after injury. But Selke got a goal, as did Solomon Kalou, to give us the 2-1 win over Dusseldorf. Beat Hoffenheim 2-1, same scoreline. Solomon Kalou and Dilrosun scoring. Dilrosun, I believe, scored and got injured. Yes, he did. He got injured and he's been out since. It was quite a bad one. I can't remember what it was, but it was a bad one. Stark also got sent off in that game. They got a 96th minute goal. So I was down to 10 men. I might have even been down to 9 men because we had the injury or something. I remember I just put everyone back on defence. And then they got the 96th minute. I was a bit like, oh no. But no, we did come away with the victory there. Then we played Frankfurt, and a very frustrating game. Davy Selke scoring the goal. But we had so many chances, and they went down to 10 men late on. But we had so many chances, and we just didn't take them. Selke getting the only goal of the game to give us the 1-1. But we bounced back again, this time against Stuttgart, and Davy Selke got himself a hat trick, and Ademola Lookman got a goal. Ademola Lookman's been in pretty good form this season. Well, pre-winter break he was in decent form. So Selke got a hat-trick then. Then we played Augsburg. Selke got another hat-trick. That's 6 goals in 2 games. Well, no, that's 7 goals in 3 games for him, which is just pretty outrageous. And Marvin Plattenhardt scored a free kick to give us the 4-1 victory. Then we played Bayer Leverkusen. Arnie Meyer. Selke scored again. That's 8-4 for him. The guy has just been out of this world. And Arnie Meyer had a sensational game in this Bayer Leverkusen game. He completely dominated the midfield, and his goal was very well deserved. Then we played 3 games against teams from Saudi Arabia in winter break, not pre-season games, but winter break games, if you want to call them that, fitness games. We won all 3 of those, as you'd expect. Then we played FC Nuremberg, and Davy Selke scoring, and one of our new players, Gabriel Barbosa, scored 2 goals, a brace. He came off the bench and got 2 goals, pretty much bang, and went and gave us the victory. Because we were 2-1 down when he came on. So no, very good. So as all things stand, we are in fact top of the Bundesliga, with Leipzig just behind us. We're on 39 points. Leipzig are on 38 points. Then there's a gap between second and third. So Schalke come in at third on 33. So there's a 5-point gap off Leipzig. And then you've got Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Hoffenheim. There is starting to become a bit of a gap between Leipzig and ourselves and the rest. Bayern are in no man's land. They're down in 26 points, but I suspect Bayern being Bayern, they'll come back and probably finish possibly a Champions League spot this season. I don't think they've sacked their coach either. No, Niko Kovac is still there, which is very surprising. They must have done well in Europe. They must have got out of their yeah, they've got Tottenham in the Champions League. What have they done in the transfer window in January? I know they've made a couple of signings. Emil Forsberg has been picked up by them for a rising to just under 50 million. And this guy is also joined for God knows what reason, other than maybe he's a youngster who's just going to be sent out on loan. Dortmund, I believe, have also done something in the market. Rodrigo Betancourt has just joined on a loan deal. That's a hell of a loan deal. And Mbabu has just been snapped up as well. Another player for them. Transfer window ourselves. We have picked up a couple of players. Obviously, you saw Sansoni in the August. We bought him in August. And then we snapped up Samir Nasri in mid-December. He was suspended for doping, I think it was. But his suspension came to an end basically in January it came to an end. So we snapped him up we signed him on a trial to have a look at him. Signed him on a free transfer, only £15,000 a week for free. Samir Nasri, when he comes in, his value's actually dropped. It was 12.5 million when he first joined, but 31 years old. I think he's going to give us some valuable minutes. Manuel Imanike has also joined as well on another free transfer, just over £4,000 a week. It's just crazy money. I remember this guy being amazing, particularly on FIFA games, but this guy, because he used to have loads of pace, but this guy, I think, again, valuable minutes. Now, we needed Imanike because we did let Ep5 just let Ep5 go. He was actually having a really good season with 5 in 9. But his wages, he was on £52,000 a week, which is just outrageous given Davy Selke is our main striker. Our backup striker is the best paid player in the club. That was not going to happen, so we got rid of him for some money. His contract, I believe, was expiring, so to get to 230,000 for him, it's fine by me. We also let Peter Pekarik go, again, someone who's, I don't think he's even touched the field for us this season. He's made one appearance. No, he hasn't. That's for them. He hasn't played for us at all, so again, let him go, get him off the wage bill. Adam Meyer joined for just shade under 900,000. Again, a very solid midfielder. Going to give us some valuable minutes in that attacking midfielder position. Now we needed to pick up another goalkeeper, so we brought Frederick Renault. I probably butchered the pronunciation, but he's now a backup goalkeeper who will contend with Jarstein for the number 1 spot. That's because Thomas Kraft has been moaning away that he wants to leave. He's done all he can at the club, blah blah blah. I don't think he quite realises that we're top of the Bundesliga, and he's not won a Bundesliga title with Hertha, and he might do that this season. So it doesn't seem to be logic with him. Gabriel Barbosa has joined on our loan deal and scored immediately, as you saw, 2 goals against Nuremberg. So I picked him up on a loan deal, which was fantastic. Federico Fernandez has joined, the Argentine defender from Newcastle, on a loan deal just as cover. We need him today actually because Rekic is suspended after yellow cards. And Dennis Ayogo, however you say it, Dennis is in as well. He's 32. He was 31 when I just signed him, but he's 32 years old now. A very cheap deal, just just 625,000, and 23 grand a week. That's fine. He'll come in as depth. He covers left back positions as well as the midfield. So again, he'll give us some valuable minutes. So now I don't think there's any more transfers we are looking at doing. I've signed various affiliations, a team in South Korea and a team in Australia, to give us some commercial revenue. I don't think anything else. Oh, we've agreed the board are buying the stadium at the end of the season. And we've improved various things, brought various members of staff in. Again, pause if you want to have a look at any of this stuff. I've brought in various staff to strengthen things. I don't think there's anything else. We still have the Pokal to play against Bochum soon, but today we'll play. I don't think there's anything else I want to show you before we get into the game. Biggest transfer into the league, Weigel leaving, Rudiger, Forsberg, Egerstein, they bought him and he's immediately been put up for loan. I did look into that, but it's just not going to work out. The finances aren't. So I don't think that's going to be an option for us. Camacho's gone to Manchester United and immediately been put back on the transfer. He was back on the transfer market because he just wasn't playing for them, which makes no sense. I've been trying to get Brill, Donald and Bolo from Schalke, but again, the wages and the money is just not gonna work for us. The team today, we're going to play Jarstein, Plattenhardt, Lucassen, Stark, who's now the captain now that Ibisevic has gone, Valentino Lazaro, Darida and Meyer. Darida's now into the midfield as opposed to Shelbred or Lustenberger. That's just because Darida's paid more and is younger and is a better player. Slightly different, he's a box-to-box rather than a more defensive man midfielder, so we do need to keep an eye on how that works, because Arnie Meyer, he can do the holding role, but he also he's our deep line playmaker, so he can sort of be a bit more creative. So we'll have to see how we get on without that defensive anchor in there. Sanson is in on the left because Ademola Lookman's just picked up an injury, and Duda is also in the midfield along with Kalou. Kalou's been amazing, as you know. Selke's also been good. Duda typically comes off in the second half for Granero, but you never know. I can't remember who I put on the bench today. Samir Nasri. So the bench is Barbosa, Fernandez, Agogo, Oyogo, whatever, Nazari, Grujic, Mittelstadt, Granero. Granero has been nice coming off the bench. You see, he come off the bench 14 times for us. So typically, my typical changes is to bring Granero on for Duda in the second half, just because Duda's actually blows hot and cold, and we immediately are going 1-0 down. Full Krug, or however you say it, has just scored for them, so we are 1-0 down immediately. It's our first meeting with Hannover this season. I don't know why we didn't play them earlier in the season, but we got back-to-back games with them in a short space of time post-winter break. Now Lazaro, going to bring it down. Lazaro has been amazing offensively. Defensively, he isn't as good, but you wouldn't expect him to be. But are we going to go 2-0 down? No, Jarstein makes the save this time. We are not doing too good so far. Let's hopefully tell him to demand more, and that will pick up the performance. Now the ball goes back into the box, is it? We just need time, settle into our rhythm, and dominate possession and chances. The team is focused. Can we please come back and get a goal? It always makes me nervous. Despite our great form, I'm still always apprehensive until we get that first goal. It doesn't matter if it's 0-0, I hate it. Last time with another big save. The positive is the changes we've made this season. Jarstein with another save there from the corner. The positives we've made is the transfers we've got now, the players we've got now available to us. It means we have options off the bench. We've got players who can change the game. Granero, Nazari, Barbosa, players who can come in and change proceedings. I think I just saw Timo Werner's just scored for Leipzig. I remember a couple of games ago Bayern played Leipzig, and it was like 3-2, I think, late winner for Bayern to give them the victory over Leipzig. I was celebrating as if we'd scored. Schalke have scored as well, which means they are now still going to be third, and we still can't get the goal going here. Now thinking about what changes to potentially start to make in the second half. Again, Duda, Kalou, we're going to be forced into a change. Solomon Kalou has gone down with injury. Now what do we do? Do we bring Barbosa on to play on the wing? What's he like there? Inside forward. I don't think Nazari. Nazari actually advanced playmaker. Nazari could go out there and do that. Let's go with Nazari. He's not got the pace, but as an advanced playmaker out on that right, just a straight swap for Solomon Kalou. Now Duda for Granero is a change I'm going to make, because again, fatigue, and look at his rating, it's 6.4, not good enough. We need to get something else in there. We are dominating possession as we always seem to do. I expect to see much better from you. So we are thinking Granero on for Duda. We don't score again. We almost conceded again, but Jarstein with another big save. Jarstein's actually having a very good game, keeping us in it right now. Only Meyer scrambles it away. So this season now, I've also told the board, actually, Leipzig are 2-0 up. 2-0 up, Timo Werner again getting a goal for them. I've told the board now that we will qualify for the Europa League, which is quite a bold statement in real life, you'd have to say. But at the moment, that was the highest I could go. I couldn't tell them we're going to win the title. That wasn't an option. It was either mid-table, upper top table, or Europa League. So obviously I just chose Europa League. Now I'm going to have to think about another change here. Darida is not having a good time. Do I bring a Gogo on, or do I bring Grujic on? Or do I bring Barbosa on first? Let's do that, Barbosa. I can't bring Oyogo on because that's just defensive. We need a goal. We need Barbosa to come off the bench and make a difference here. We need to change the game. Then push forward. We've got enough talent out there to get a goal back, surely. Surely. I am concerned with the amount of loan players we have got at the club, but if we're in the Champions League next season, then we'll just buy our own players in. Demand more. Granero, Lazaro, Maya, Plattenhart, pull it in. Sansone! Finally the goal. Finally the goal for Hertha Berlin. Can we now push on and get the winner? Plattenhardt with the assist, Sansone with the goal. It's always got to be 4 minutes to go. Come on. Can we get a late winner, or is this going to be a draw? No, they're on the attack here. They swing it in. Are they going to go back into the box? They surely are. Sansone. No, just going to be a pointless highlight, isn't it? No, here we go. Gabriel Barbosa plays it wide. Plattenhardt pulls it back in. Oh, referee blows full time. 60% possession, 14 shots to their 11. Same on target. We committed more fouls. We should have won. We should have won. As simple as that. We should have won. They are not as good a team as us. That's the sort. It's these games. I mean, Leipzig now leapfrog us to go top. These are the games that you win and lose titles on, I believe. I've always said that. And it doesn't matter what league you are. It's not the games where you play against the big teams against big teams. It's the games. It's can you take care of business against teams that you should be beating. That's where the league titles are won and lost. Because more, I've not got the stats to back this up, but I just get my feeling is that when big teams play each other, sometimes they just cancel each other out. So it ends up being games don't live up to the hype, and it's just more like draws. It's the games against the weaker opposition. Can you beat the teams you're supposed to beat? That's where titles are won and lost. And we've just dropped points against Hannover, who are in 8th position. We should be beating them. If we'd beaten them, we'd have maintained the pressure on Leipzig and stayed top. Leipzig are still unbelievable with their goal scoring. Our defence has been pretty good. In the next episode, we will go ahead and play Mainz? Or might do Dortmund. Did I do Dortmund already? No, I didn't do Dortmund. We did Bayern, didn't we? Did we? No. I don't know. We'll do Dortmund next. I think Dortmund at home. By then we'll be ready for the title race. So I think we'll do Dortmund, and then we'll probably end up doing Bayer Leverkusen or something like that near the end of the season. Probably 2 more episodes left of this season just to get through things going a little bit more for us. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please do leave a like if you have. Let me know in the comments what you think of our transfers and our form so far. And I will see you guys in the next video.